Bow! L.O.T.S approved media. Make sure everybody smashing their subscription buttons, alright? Don't be a ninja watcher. It's a person that be creeping and watching. I am the most handsome street blogger, right? That's flattering. But don't be no ninja watcher. Don't be no pocket watcher. That's just a hater, right? And you definitely don't want to be one of these. Peeping Toms. We all clear on what they do to Peeping Toms, right? Cool. Hit that notification bell off in the corner. Be part of that notification mafia. Mafia-cation, that is. And let's get a thumbs up for this video. Let's start the video off with a good start and hit the thumbs up, all right? Now, this one right here is about business 101, all right? I'm about to tell you guys about starting a business and the things that you're going to be facing when starting a business, all right? Now, we're going to discuss a thing called an ugly phase. There's always an ugly phase when you're starting a business. It's real ugly, all right? You basically, you got to crawl before you walk. You're like a baby walking. The walk is kind of like wobbly. Well, that's the phase you're going to be going through. You're going to be going through an ugly phase, all right? Now, when you first start a business, you're probably expecting your friends and your family is going to help you out. Sad to tell you, but more than likely, your friends and family are not going to be there to support you, right? And it's strange in life. Sometimes it's be the strangers that's the ones that helps you. People that you didn't grow up with end up helping you, right? We'll discuss that later. All right, let's talk about this ugly phase. Now, in the black community, when you're growing dreads, usually you start off with a head full of hair, right? But you can't really start dreads. It's kind of hard to grow dreads with a hair full of hair. Especially with women. Women, you guys have the perm in your hair. And us men, for the most part, you just want to shave your hair completely so you can form your dreads correctly. That gives you a good chance. You start off from an even foundation and you can grow your dreads the way you want to grow them. You could, You could groom them the way you want to groom them, right? But keep in mind, you might have a lot of hair and your hair's shiny, black, and long. That's the beautiful part of it. Your hair's beautiful, but guess what now? You got to start over. This is the start over phase. So you have to shave it completely. Completely. All right. Now, in this process, you're going to have to start your dreads from a minuscule, from the beginning, right? Little balls on your head. Little beady balls on your head, right? Pause. Now, this is what I consider the ugly phase. Usually, you go from a long locks of hair, women and men, hair long, to nothing there, right? You're starting from the beginning stages. This is what we call the ugly phase. Now, in the black community, when we see somebody first growing dreads, it kind of, it's kind of hard to adapt to it because this person's coming from long, shiny black hair to basically nothing, just foundation, right? This is the ugly phase. This is what your business is going to go through. All right. When you first start a business, you're going to have to crawl before you walk. You're learning the logistics. You're learning the dynamics of the business, right? Then you got to create a following. You got to create a support system, which is usually not that easy. Because when you start a business, you probably start off with people probably don't know you for doing that. So they won't be so supportive. And plus they haven't seen the fruits of your labor. They more than likely haven't seen what you're capable of doing. They don't know how far you're going to go with it. You're just starting, right? So they're not really supportive in the beginning. Usually they start supporting when they see it start taking off. But usually that's too late, right? This whole thing's about people supporting you in the beginning. So within this phase, you got to start holding people accountable, right? Because there's a thing called entitlement. People start feeling entitled when you start a business. When your business is successful, people feel this sense of entitlement, right? Now, they don't have entitlement for the right reasons, for all the wrong reasons. You would think they feel entitled because they helped you start the business. You would think they feel entitled because they invested in your business. But that's not the case usually. Usually it's something that a past relationship with this person that they feel they're entitled to this business because maybe you slept on their couch before. You was going through some hard times, stuck between a rock and a hard place, sleeping pillar to post, unfortunately, and you used their facility, used their home. You was a couple days on the couch, right? I've been there before. Maybe you was going through some altercation and they helped you out in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you got to a fight. Maybe you went to jail, they bailed you out. Maybe whatever. They helped you out through this chaos, through this altercation. They help you. They actually help you come out of that. This is where people gain a sense of entitlement. All right? Now, you need to start holding these people accountable. Because at the end of the day, when somebody feels entitled, they feel they have the right to disrespect you. When somebody feels entitled, they feel like they have the right to disrespect you. Sometimes they just want to rob you. Yeah. Entitlement will make somebody feel like they have the right to rob you. Because they feel like they invested their time into you, they invested themselves into you, and you're not reciprocating that. That's called a sense of entitlement, all right? Now, you might get a thing that's called survivor's remorse because you survived out of this poverty, out of this situation. And this person might be still currently in that situation, right? So they feel entitlement. And then you start feeling this type of survivor's remorse. You actually feel remorseful that you're unable to help this person out, right? Don't fall for this. You don't have to reciprocate nothing when somebody's not helping you out with your business. All right? It takes a lot to run a business. And the beginning stages are the hardest stages, right? Because a business has to build momentum. Once you start building momentum, the business starts taking off, and your business will take off with consistency. But when it's taking off, that's when you need less support because the business starts growing legs. But now you got this person that built this resentment for you because they have this sense of entitlement, right? They start ridiculing you. Maybe they want to assassinate your character. They feel like they have the right to assassinate your character and say, oh, he's not this or she's not that. But in all actuality, it's just sense of entitlement. All right? So hold your friends and family accountable. When you start a business, hold your friends and family accountable. Let them know that if they don't support you now, you don't want them to develop that sense of entitlement, all right? Because you're not going to have no remorse. Now, you can be gracious. The God in you might want to help somebody out, but that's your choice. But you also have the choice not to be remorseful. You also have the choice not to reciprocate. You also have the choice not to help them out. They might be in a financial situation and they're looking how you living, your business is taking off now, and they feel like they have some type of part, they partook in that. They helped you in that success. In actuality, they did it, right? Now back to what we talking about, the ugly phase. Now, every business has an ugly phase. I don't care what business you guys are doing, there's going to be an ugly phase within that, all right? It's the little dread phase. Like, you know, in the black community, some people like to grow dreads, right? Which is cool. But in order to grow the dreads, a lot of times you have to shave off all your hair. Now, for women, you guys might have long, luxurious, shiny black hair. I love to rub my hands through y'all hair. You know what I mean? But you might have to shave off that beautiful hair. Us men, you might have a fro. You might have any type of hair. It's called locks. Your hair might be long. But at the same time, sometimes you have to shave off all this hair to start the foundation from zero. All right? Just so you can groom the dreads to the liking that you want. Right? Because it's not easy to grow dreads from a fro state. Though you can do it, but it's kind of harder to groom it the way you want to groom it. Dreads, you can grow them many different ways. You know, you got the thin dreads, you know, more fashionable, or you can have the thick locks, the wicks, like we got in Miami. We got wicks, like you know how Kodak had? Yeah, that's how we rock in Florida. South Florida especially, we rock wicks, all right? Now, this is when people are supposed to support you. People are supposed to support you through your ugly phase, all right? Let your friends know that. That's the ugly phase. This is when you make all the mistakes. This is when you're not as polished, right? That's the best time to support. Yo, support the person when they're not that great at what they're doing. Support the person when they're not so polished. It's all about the effort. Because you could be putting in a great effort, but at the same time, it might not reflect in the work. It might show in your work ethic, but when you finish with the product in the first few couple months, it might not be so desirable. It might not be so appealing to the average person. But your friends should know that because they know you, that you're going to get better. And your friends should believe in you. Friends and family should believe in you throughout your ugly phase. All right? So once again, when you're growing your dreads, there's an ugly phase. You shave off all this shiny black long hair. All right? In order to start from zero foundation, you start growing your dreads. Now, when you first start growing your dreads, they're a little small. A lot of people, it doesn't look appealing. I'm going to be honest with you. When people start growing dreads, it does look kind of look kind of ugly. Sorry, I'm going to say it does look kind of ugly. But me having the wisdom I know, they're starting from that state, and once it starts growing, it's going to get better and better. It's going to look better and better. As the months progress, your dreads are going to look better and better. And guess what? You're gradually going to get more comments. With every month that passes by, you're going to get more compliments on your hair. You're coming out of this ugly phase, right? But what about when you started and all the people that discouraged you, the people that didn't believe in you? What about that stage? That's the most important stage. People got to believe in people when they're in their ugly state. I don't care what kind of business you're in. Where you in the industrial industry, you in the entertainment industry, whatever business you're in, there's an ugly phase, there's a growing phase. And this is when you need the most support. So like I said, hold your friends and family accountable so they don't develop this sense of entitlement. You got to let them know early, because usually if you wait towards the end, they might not be so receptive of what I'm saying at this point, because their hatred and animosity built, the momentum is too much. It built so fast that it's kind of hard to put the brakes on that. This person might be at the point where the animosity built so much that they're ready to release it on you. All right? People that feel entitled will kill you. People that feel entitled will rob you. Let me say this again. People that feel entitled will kill you. Your loved ones, your friends, they'll kill you. People that feel entitled will rob you. People that feel entitled will ridicule you, talk behind your back, attempt to assassinate your character, and sometimes they're successful in attacking and assassinating your character because of sense of entitlement. Don't let that momentum build. Start from the beginning. When you start your business, make sure that you check everybody. Hold your friends and family accountable, because these are the same people that are going to feel entitlement towards you. They're going to feel they have the right to assassinate your character. They're going to feel like they have the right to transgress against you. They're going to feel like they have the right to rob you. All right? And this is how you prevent that. Hold them accountable from now. Let them know from now. It's going to be much harder for them to then pull these type of stunts. All right? So once again, it's called the ugly phase. All right? Everybody goes through an ugly phase when you're starting something that's considered great, that has the potential to be great. All right? You got to crawl before you walk, and this is when you need the most support. All right? Make it through your ugly phase, y'all. Business 101. I want all my entrepreneurs, I want everybody to be successful. Make it through your ugly phase, and I'm out. Oh, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and let's get a thumbs up, all right? Thumbs up. That's support. Support me right now. Let me get a thumbs up, subscribe, notifications, all right? Click, bow. L.O.T.S Approved Media, I'm out.